In this lesson, we are going to discuss about industrial application of electrolysis, that is electroplating and purification. So electroplating is the coating of metal objects with any other metal. It is usually done to look objects better, to improve their appearance in terms of their physical characteristics. Secondly, it is also done to prevent the objects from rusting. So these are the two reasons by which objects are electroplated. To electroplate an object, the object to be electroplated is taken as cathode and the metal, the plating metal to be plated on the object is taken as an anode. And the third rule is that the electrolyte should be the soluble salt solution of plating metal. The insoluble salt solution cannot be used as an electrolyte like silver chloride, lead chloride. They are the insoluble salt solutions. They cannot be used as an electrolyte. In place of silver chloride, we can use silver nitrate or we can use any other soluble salt. For soluble salt preparation, refer to the general solubility rules of the salt so that you could be able to identify and differentiate between the soluble and insoluble salts. Now, if we talk about to electroplate the spoon with the copper, so the spoon will be taken as an cathode and the copper will be taken as an anode. Now copper is an anode, so their electrolyte should be the soluble salt of the copper, so it's copper sulfate. At anode, the copper dissolves in the copper ions to form the copper ions positive, and those copper ions will be travel towards the from anode towards the cathode, and that's why they will be deposited on the spoon and a spoon will be electroplated with the copper solid. So the mass of anode decreases and the mass of cathode increases. The thin layer, there will be the thin layer of the copper all over the spoon, and after some time it will be electroplated with the copper. In the same way, there is the another application that is called as the metals purification. Impure metals can be converted into the pure metals with the process of electrolysis. Normally impure metals are taken as an anode and the pure strip of that same metal is taken as a cathode. So what happens, as the electrolysis starts, the impure copper, for example, we are trying to separate the impurities from the sample of the impure copper, so impure copper will be taken as an anode. When the electrolysis starts, the impure copper anode dissolves and decreases in the mass, and it will exactly be forming the copper ions, and those copper ions will travel towards cathode and the impurities will be left over there behind. So this is all the process of the metals purification related to that. You could be asked in the different questions related to electroplating. Like in this question, the apparatus shown is set up to plate a steel key with copper. So now in this diagram, the key does not coated with the copper. Which change needs to made to plate the key? Now if you recall the first rule of the electroplating that we just discussed, that the object to be electroplated is taken as cathode. So it cannot be taken as an anode because anode is supposed to be the plating material that we need to be plated on the object. So for example, in this question, the object to be electroplated is steel key, and if we can see, it's in the positive sign. So this is the mistake. The steel key should be placed towards the negative electrode and the copper strip should be attached towards the positive electrode. So option D is correct. Reverse the electrical connection for this circuit so that there will be electroplating. So this is all about related with the electroplating. Electroplating is normally done to improve the appearance of the objects in order to make them look better or prevent the corrosion. Conditions are simply, these are the three conditions that need to be considered whenever you are going to solve the questions of the electroplating. The first one is simple, that object to be electroplated is always taken as cathode, and the second one is the plating metal, and the third one will be the soluble salt solution of the plating metal. For soluble salt solution, you can recall the general solubility rules. Like all the SNAP salts are the soluble, sodium nitrate, ammonium and the potassium salts, all the chlorides are soluble except lead chloride, silver chloride, and then it will be also applied towards the sulfates and hydroxides as well. So these are the metal purification process, that impure metal can also be purified by the electroplating, and this is the sample questions. Alright, thank you.